Hello everyone, this is Clossi, and welcome to Daily Game Review number 59. Today we have Raeing 18Q versus Runfanshi, or Runfanshi, or however you pronounce this Chinese phrase. He is also an 18Q, so 18Q versus 18Q. Alright, at this level we are focusing on learning the basics and applying them, so that is what we're going to look at today. Alright, so getting started, we play an approach and another approach. Ooh, a 3-3, I haven't seen that in a while. Okay, and then we play this. This is not a normal Joseki for your level, so I recommend, guys, if you don't know the Joseki, make sure to immediately look it up after the game, and always look up Josekis online somewhere. You can go to the josekipedia.com or edogo.com, or look in some Joseki books, and there's also other websites that other people know about as well, so you can always ask online for a Joseki dictionary if you're a Joseki dictionary. And make sure you're looking up the variations, that way you can learn them. That's how you learn, is you learn one Joseki at a time. You just take it step by step at a time and learn them and do it every day, and eventually you'll know all the variations in the corner, or at least most of them, and be able to respond pretty decently. However, while this is a move, it's not something you would see on this board at this time, and it looks a little strange on this board, so I recommend learning the basic patterns and basic shapes, because you're never going to learn it until you start studying it. All right, so we play normal here, and normally you would go in the corner like this to keep taking the corner. And then this variation can happen. Something like this, along these lines. Actually, I think I misplayed this. I am missing something. I am missing this exchange. That's what I am missing. And then we could play something like this and then play like this. That's also one option. Let's see, what was the other option? I know there's one with this one where you can extend down. Actually, I think it's this one. That's what it is. That's the one I'm thinking of. And then here, and then here, and then here. That's the one I was thinking of, something like that. And then you can extend or something to get the influence. But this is the move to play. If you go backwards, then what was the point of playing Q17? It only has 2 liberties, guys, and now you're jumping back. So if you only have 2 liberties, this is definitely weakness. It's not connected because black can cut it off, and you need to do something about it. At the very least, you should connect and then 2-space jump back to make a base, because you have weakness. And remember, question 1 is, where am I weak? That's the first thing you should ask yourself. Where's my weakness? And you definitely have some weakness in this area, so you should fix it somehow. All right, so white jumps back and doesn't really help these 2 stones, so black should take advantage of it. You can go here, you can go here, or you could attack the group as a whole here. Those are your options. Black chooses Tanuki. Normally, if they ignore your approach, you want to either pincer, or you can go into 3-3. Another shape on the side is to go back, but normally you want to pincer this stone and attack this stone somehow by surrounding it because they ignored you. That's normally what you want to do, but the first question is, where's my weaknesses? And black doesn't really have any. And then the second question is, where's my opponent's weaknesses? And you should be looking for that next and take advantage of it and sente first. If you don't know what sente means, it means forcing. You can look it up on Sensei's library or Google it, Go terms. And sente is basically like forcing, or a variation that ends with you having the initiative. All right, so we jump back here. White plays here. The combination looks a little strange, but at this level, it's okay. And then black plays Chinese. It's fine. And now white finally gets back to defending his weak groups. Black, go ahead and Atari first, and then fix, and your shape looks so much better. White has this ugly empty triangle with bad liberties, and you can still come in and pincer. So this group looks really bad for white if you do that. If you play this way, then white's going to be able to come down and start fixing his shape. However, white continues to push and leaving that Atari. You guys should definitely get that Atari, and don't push from behind like this. It's normally bad style, because you're actually giving your opponent 5th line and now 6th line territory every time you push, and the influence is not equal. Black, go ahead and double Hane, because this is a Tsuji you want to remember. When you get the Hane at the head of 2 like this, when you get the Hane at the head of 2 stones, then you want to usually follow up with a double Hane. Of course, check your cuts and stuff, but normally you want to follow up with the double Hane because white has bad liberty. So white can't go for a cut because even if white tries something like this, his liberties are so bad, he's just going to keep getting cut apart. And you're fine. You just keep getting more and more points. So normally, eventually, white will have to come back and defend himself, and then you can just expand like this. But anyway, double honey and fight it out and make your area as big as possible. That is a shape to remember. All right, so black chose to go in, destroy the Moyo. You get a little afraid, but this is more urgent than this right now. Just go ahead and keep playing, and then you can get to this later. White, this is overplay because now you're going to die on the inside. So what was the purpose of P12 if you're just going to give it up? It gave black more points, and this is not good. Now you defended. That's fine. Normally you want to go here. The Joseki's actually play this way though. And then this would be the Joseki, and black gets influence. However, white's canceling out black's influence, so it'd be really good to play this way. So black, when you approach this corner, maybe you should have thought of an invasion like this rather than the normal approach here, because this gets influence. However, white's canceling the influence with stones on both sides. So you have to choose the Joseki that works on the board. In this case, this Joseki, which aims for influence, is not good because white can block the influence. Therefore, something a little more simple like this, an invasion where you just live on the side, is a little bit more powerful. However, I still think you need to come back in double hane. All right, moving along, we play this way. And white, don't leave the Ataris behind. Go ahead and play this. You're out, so you're not getting surrounded. Therefore, you don't need that tiger's mouth for eyes because you're already out. The tiger's mouth and leaving weakness like this is only if you're desperate for eyes. But you're not surrounded, so you're not desperate for eyes, so there's no reason to give black this free Atari. Black, go ahead and take the Atari, and then Tiger's Mouth, but still get the Atari. Black's eye shape is good. A little low, so you want to run away. I would still get this Atari, and I would start jumping here and pushing white down, and then jump out in the center like this. It's a lot faster and a lot more powerful. Normally, you would try to get some forcing moves, against white, that way it'll give you shape, and then jump out. You want to run away. Since you don't have an efficient base, you want to run away. This looks like you're trying to take white's liberties and attack white, but you're defending, not attacking. Therefore, you want to escape very quickly because white's really strong in this area. You want to escape more faster. This Atari is good. White, this is not good because black can just go here. Oh, you missed the Atari. Yeah, don't miss the Atari. Don't miss Ataris. That's why you didn't see it. Yeah, you can't miss Ataris. Make sure you're playing games and practicing and doing go problems as many as you need to, so that way you never miss those Ataris, because you can't miss it. Black, this one's not that big of a deal. You can give up one stone and just get the outside. It's much bigger, so you don't have to save one stone every single time. White, need to watch your cutting points. If black goes this way and then like this, white is dead because it only has 2 liberties on the side, so black can actually cut and kill white on the side. And black, this is bigger than this stone because this is on the side, and this is in the center, and side before center. All right, now white gets the fix. Black does this. This is actually not big right now because black, you're alive. So you need to ask yourself, where's my weaknesses? I don't have any. Where's my opponent's weaknesses? Well, there's a weakness here, this stone. So you need to attack his weakness. As soon as you're alive, there's no longer weakness here. So this move is only points. This is not a lot of points. So you want to attack a big weakness first, and that is this stone because white ignored. Go ahead and get your profit here, and you can maybe get this later, but this is not the biggest move right now. Instead, you should go and play a very aggressive move like this. This is not big, so white, you could actually ignore this and go back and play this and get a lot of points on the side, which is much bigger than this right now. Even if black plays this way, white's alive, so white's okay, and then white could actually come back and do something like this, and then go inside black's area. You can see this area is much larger than this area. Therefore, it's better to play over here. All right, white, you need to watch your cutting points locally because this looks very dangerous. It doesn't work quite yet, but maybe there's some Aji later. Let's see. Maybe you could come up with something like this. Nope, doesn't quite work. Doesn't quite work, but still. The Aji here is very annoying. You don't want this kind of Aji laying around. Maybe black does something like this and maybe escapes at some time, or maybe finds a cut at some time, or maybe he makes this cut work at some point. Maybe he makes this extra sente at some point, all because you played this move. Just fix and you're fine locally. Globally, I would Tanuki. All right, so now both players are playing in the center, and it's not quite the biggest area because you want weakness. Black, double honey. If white tries to do something like this, there's a double Atari, so white has to fix, and then you can just keep building. So double honey's much bigger. However, if you play this way, then white's getting the bigger center than you, so it's not quite good. But white chose to fix anyway, so you still got it. All right, good. Keep pushing's fine. Eventually, black, you need to attack the stone. You need to get Sente and attack the stone. See, white knows the double honey, but in this case, it's not good, guys. Why? Because there's an Atari here and a double Atari here. The double honey is good most of the time. However, if you have bad liberties, like white did, because white kept honeying too many times and black could double honey, white now has cutting points, so white can't double honey. And it looks like black missed the double Atari. And white got a very large center because black missed the double Atari. So you gotta watch those liberties, guys. The liberties are very important. Watch the cutting points, watch the liberties, and make sure you're looking for weakness first and then the big move. Your weakness, then your opponent's weakness, and then the big move. See, you're not looking for weakness because there's a double Atari and white found it. So it looks like both players need to train their eyes to see weaknesses. So I recommend, I'm going to stop here because I think we got enough to work on. I'm going to recommend both players remember the double honey, and for studying, do Go problems. It's annoying, but you got to do it because your eyes right now are not trained to see liberties and see cutting points effectively enough to make sure you never miss it in your game. The cutting points and liberties are so important that it's hard to even play Go without making sure that you can see these things. If you can't see these things, then it becomes difficult to play because you randomly miss stuff and then your opponent can just break in, cut you apart, and capture stuff that normally shouldn't have been captured as long as you were able to see it and fix it in advance. So make sure your eyes are well trained by doing Go problems and looking for it in your own games. Make sure you look for weakness first before you play something else. Always look for that weakness first and fix the weakness first before playing somewhere else. All right, so I hope this was helpful, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching this video. If you would like to see more content or get notified for early releases, please consider becoming my patron on patreon.com/Clossi. This helps support me as a Go instructor and helps release more content. Thanks to everyone who supported my teaching, and see you guys next time.